FLIR thermal imaging camera. Why are we using this, by the way? Why do you think?
I mean, just
keep it simple.
Pick up on heat signatures that
Not
shouldn't
heat.
be there.
Cold spots.
Cold spots.
That's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, keep it nice and simple.
Well, if something was really hot that shouldn't be hot, it would also be interesting.
I guess that's true, but
Are there lava ghosts?
I don't know.
Now, according to the law of thermodynamics, you have to remember, I'm a half-assed scientist while I do this as well. So if something is growing in heat at a rapid rate, that means a cold spot is being generated nearby. Temperature fluctuates. That's the whole point. So if somebody does find a heat spot, they're like, that's growing in heat. It went up like 8 degrees in the past minute. I'm like, stay on it.
Yeah.
You're never going to find the cold spot. Stay on the heat anomaly. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's just as cool to find, but it's almost like finding, what is the weather guy find? Like the thunder and the snow? Like the snow thunder, you know what I'm talking about? Like how that's a super rarity? Sorry, we have to watch the weather like crazy down here. Yeah, you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
I wish I did.
So Jim Cantore, do you know who that is?
Cantore. I was referencing him.
We were
earlier.
worried about the flooding a week ago
Yes.
Yeah.
in preparation for this joke.
Yes, but I know who you're talking about.
So Jim Cantore will go searching for, he calls it snow thunder. So if during a snowstorm
Got it.
and there is thunder, like that's a rare thing to find. So a heat anomaly on this, when we're searching for paranormal activity, is a rare thing to find. So that's kind of I forgot you're from Ohio. Like you guys don't watch the weather like we do. All right, so you should be able to see me in there, right? Red, orange, and yellow guy?
Yes.
So obviously I'm the warmest thing inside the frame. Normally if it was a bridal party in front of me, I'm the hottest thing inside the frame. You guys got the, haha, I told you I got jokes. But we're looking for those cold spots. They're gonna be blue and black. We're always gonna have blue and black in the frame because we have windshields out, glass windows, things like that, aluminum cans on the ground, whatever. So there's always gonna be blue and black. However, I'm looking for them to either move or to take shape. When I say take shape, I want a head, shoulders, moving arms, and legs. That's what we're looking for out of this guy. There was also a blue dot bouncing around the screen. You guys see that moving around? Let me get out of the frame. So it is showing you the coldest spot in the frame at that particular moment. So I'm looking for 15 plus degree temperature drops. I want to say it's 81 degrees out here ambient, so I'll be looking for 66 and colder. Is that right? Yeah, 66 and colder. Sorry, I had to do quick math, English guy. But in the event that we don't have like blue people walking towards us, obviously I'm watching, when I'm spot checking this guy, I'm also looking at that blue dot. So I'm also love to give you guys stats about the equipment you're about to use because again, not a YouTuber, not a TV show host. I capture 4 to 5 pieces on this guy per year that I would put my stamp of approval on, not 4 to 5 an episode. Do I have dozens that are a maybe? Yes. But the 4 to 5 stamp of approval, 110%, absolute certain that it was something paranormal? Yes. 4 to 5 pieces a year. So with this guy, we're going to use it about halfway through the night for the first half of our night, just based on our locations. That is your start and stop button. As soon as I get it to start cooperating through this space, these people will be coming in and out all the entire time that we're here. We're a little limited on space because it is a Saturday night, so we're going to be kind of cut right to the middle of it, just so you have an idea. Just don't go in between the cars, any of us. So, where the hell are you? You're in a parking lot. Congrats, you made it. Woo! I told you, I take you guys to weird spots. Other ghost tours don't come here. You want to guess why?
Because there's not a thing to see.
Exactly, there's nothing to see. Okay. So, we are here because this used to be something relevant to the history of Charleston, South Carolina, and let's just face it, to the United States. So, let's kind of get into it. This used to be the Eliza and Charles Pinckney Mansion. Their mansion sat in the front of the space facing East Bay Street. Eliza's garden was lined up at Five Church Restaurant, came all the way across. We are standing in the servant and slave quarters for the home. So, who the hell were these people? Charles and Eliza had a son named Charles. They had a nephew named Charles. That's 3 Chucks, in case you guys weren't paying attention. That's why we look for those secondary clues. So in case she hears the name Charles, I get a secondary clue. Now I know how to address that specific gentleman. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, the son and the nephew, signers of the Constitution for South Carolina. Big deal for us. I hate politics more than both of you combined. We're going to move on to Eliza. If I don't give the gentleman their recognition, they will do it for me in a very nasty manner, coming through a spirit box, not using radio chatter, but their own voices. I have plenty of those EVPs. So, yeah, I just do it every night. And then we move on to Eliza. Much better story. Eliza married Charles at a young age according to today's standards. I say it slowly because you're going to ask her how old she was. Do not expect numbers from the colonial days that she came from when young ladies got married at like 12 and 14. That's kind of a gross age to be getting married, but you get the point. Oh, by the way, I will be withholding information from this whole throughout the entire evening. I won't give you questions like what color was George Washington's white horse, like what we did over there at the Big Red Barn. You're going to get the answers from there. I'm not going to tell you until we rewrap everything up. Oh, by the way, so before I continue on, how this space will work is once I'm done with the history, we will take 1, 2, maybe 3 laps because we're a nice small group, kind of see what's going on. I'll be writing down a bunch of notes and I'll regroup us and give you all of the answers so you can see how things matched up. Fair?
Got it.
Okay.
All right, Eliza. She married him because her father was over in England. He thinks he's dying. And he's trying to bring all of his children back home to England so he could see him one last time. Well, she didn't believe he was dying. So she got married and stayed right here. And it's 1744. You don't get married in that year to get a green card. We're not a country, so it's no such thing. She married him out of true love. There is nothing horrific about this location. It's a place of respect and true love. That's what this place is. But not to mention, it is haunted as hell, which is exactly the reason why we're here. But anyway, back to Eliza. She was correct. Dad did not die right away, and instead he started sending her gifts from England to right where we're standing. One of those gifts happened to be the plant seeds of indigo. That's a plant that makes blue dye, that makes your blue jeans blue. You're wearing it right now, because that's what we use it for. When she got her seeds, no idea what to do with it. She had to learn from the servants and slaves how to keep it going, because it's not always hot here, believe it or not. We actually get snow from time to time, believe it or not, Hawaiians.
How about that?
I know. When she learned how to keep it going, she learned how to make the dye from the servants and slaves, and then moved it to a cash crop, got a hold of her father and told him that the rice plantations are going downhill. They were going to make a killing with the indigo. And now we have an international businesswoman from colonial times, something absolutely unheard of. Before we're even a country. So how kick-ass is that? That's the boring business stuff of Eliza. Let's get into the weird stuff. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you a few focus questions that you're going to focus on just to kind of keep this location kind of controlled, because she's a prominent English woman, won't always respond to certain things. If you're going to go rogue, and when I say focus questions, you can say these things out loud or you can just focus on them. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I'm here every night. It's not like she doesn't know what the hell we're going to be asking. So the common things that you're going to be looking for are things about her death. So she's pretty open about it, and based on the spirit box that I gave you, the best model that I have, it's, again, pretty damn accurate. So the things we get are how old she was when she died, what she died from, where she's buried, and which president was a pallbearer at her funeral. So, yeah, that doesn't tell you how important this young lady was. I don't know what will. So I'm obviously with the word list, this is just kind of a catch-all, but I'll be focused on what happened to the mansion. And normally if we get what happened out of it, we normally get 2 or 3 numbers out of the exact date of when that tragedy occurred. So you're literally, it's not always going to be a direct answer either, by the way. So if you ask a question, she might just grab whatever she can. I'm like, hey, I'm just confirming it's me. This is, what I died from, or this is a name of one of my children, or whatever. So you're going to tell me literally everything you hear. And then I'm going to basically pick apart the grab bag and say, oh, I like this, I like that, I like this. So I'll cherry pick it and write things down as we kind of move along. I haven't seen any EMF out of this yet. Anything weird coming out of your cam?
Not really. Just the dumpster's a little cold, but not.
It's just going to be colder than whatever else is
Exactly,
in the frame.
yeah.
All right, so actually, I think we're gonna split off while we're here first, just to kind of get you comfortable with that spirit box. I think you're gonna be fine, but I like to kind of don't let the teacher hanging over your shoulder kind of thing. So I just want to make sure I'm gonna get any kind of readings out of this. And again, I'll kind of regroup with you. Just stay away from the vehicles, and we're gonna be able to see each other anyway. So if she starts just having Tourette syndrome, try to remember what the hell she's saying so I can write that shit down. So both headphones on. Let's do this.
Anything yet?
Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Just get off to the side.
Are you actually asking questions at all out loud?
I'm focusing on them. I'm not
Okay.
asking them out loud. I see.
One little quick 3.5. Have you heard anything yet?
I could pick out the song, the line "Annie's Got a Gun," but
Okay.
that's just a song. I felt like it sounded like a president, but I'm not sure who it was. But it was like something America, but it was like a real like old voice. But I don't know.
It's a matter of what they said. I don't care who it was.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's male or female or whatever.
Got it.
Do you know what they said?
I don't.
Yeah, so even if you hear a song and you recognize the song, I don't care who sang it. I care about what was the lyric
words,
that you
the
heard.
words. Okay.
Because
Should be
our sim-
Jamie's Gotta Go. That's that song.
Oh, it might have been that song actually.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
There is a big cold spot on the ground right here, but I think that's just
So the
'cause it's-
ground here is odd because it's made out of gravel, dirt, dust, mud.
Yeah.
Like we got water when it rains. Like the ground here, when I'm usually looking at this one, I'm looking like because the cars are all going to have pretty close to the same temperature.
Right.
I'll look for things moving around with the vehicles. If they're not here, I look at the walls. Just because the wall stays warm from the day's sun.
Right, yeah. And I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary.
What's your number?
What's your number?
Like very loudly.
Okay. Eliza, we're asking you, what's the date of the tragedy?
Couldn't do last night. I don't know. Couldn't do last
That
night.
makes sense.
Number one.
I heard damn son.
I know, right? Let's move out of their way. Let's move up this way.
Yeah.
I hate when people start questioning, what are you doing? And then they start interrupting, and I'm like, are you running a tour? I just don't like to do like sales pitches when I have, you guys in front of me.
Yeah.
What's up?
See what I mean? That's exactly why. Almost
Yeah.
in my car.
Is there anything else?
I mean, there's so much going so fast. It's hard to pick out exactly like what the words are.
Yeah.
And I've got nothing going on here and very small readings on my EMF meter. So I'll probably do like one more lap. I just want to make sure this Yahoo is going to get the hell out of our site. I don't know where the hell he went off to. But just don't. People usually, trust me, I've been screamed at plenty of times in this location. I'm like, we're not doing anything, dude.
Yeah.
Relax.
For all you know, we're waiting on an Uber. Really.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, right now the coldest point is what you got?
What's up?
What'd you get?
Oh, Crank That Soldier Boy, which I'm sure was not the ghost.
What was the line again?
Crank That Soldier Boy, that song.
But you don't know that the word soldier isn't what we're after.
Ah.
Whoa, that was very
So your
different.
spirit box is slowed down. If you ask what color is a big red barn and you hear Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, we don't need
Right,
Rudolph
right.
the Nosed Reindeer. We just need the red. So the word
Yeah.
soldier might be relevant.
Okay.
What's interesting is what we found here last night was a new piece of information for me. Like I discovered something about this space last night based on what was heard. So it was, and the word soldier would kind of tie into what that was. So I'm not surprised that you're hearing that right now. Very interesting. And then you was that you couldn't do that last night? Is
Couldn't do that last night.
Yeah. Very interesting piece. Yesterday was the anniversary of something that happened to one of the family members that I didn't
For
know.
you, that was so loud just then for you. I don't know.
Yeah, so she's always trying to teach me something new. So she gets tired of the same damn questions over and over again. So we get other answers relevant to other things that I get to research and verify. I've been coming here for 5 years. Like the woman
Yeah.
knows me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll do one more lap.
Okay.
You kind of see what you get now that I can see, like, you got a little glisten in your eye, like, oh shit, we might have something. Yeah, we might have a little bit of something.
I don't think this is relevant. But the top of the bar of the I think what is the inside of the barn is at 60 degrees. According to this. Like I think it's in the opening, like the roof of it or something.
No, well, the roof is going to be metal.
Okay.
It's going to be way colder.
Well,
There, especially capturing. And we have a little bit of a breeze. Like, this is actually a nice breeze for us tonight.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, then that checks out.
There you go.
Because
Wait,
everything.
that's
in
why you
the
keep
city-
me around.
Yeah.
So that way, not everything is, oh my god, we have a cold spot. But now you get the gist of what you're looking for, which is super
Right.
great. Alright, one more quick one.
Just walking.
Yeah. Try asking something out loud.
That's nerve-wracking. What should I add? What was the question?
What year? You could just ask. What is a significant year to you?
You believe was just really loud.
You believe. Okay.
Like, can you hear how insane that is?
Yeah, because the point is that only things that are actually.
know.
Yeah. What is a significant year to you?
Anything else major, Jenna?
What's that?
Anything else major?
You believe was really loud at one point.
It's kinda
but,
vague.
Yeah.
Alright. I had it.
Didn't get-
Yeah.
I really didn't get any numbers except for that number 1 a little bit ago.
Okay. And you don't know that that's not relevant either.
Right.
So I haven't given you the answers yet. That's the beauty of this. Go ahead and hit stop on your cam. We're going to move right to the back. Keep it running the entire time. In the event that other tourists come through here, they're going to come out of that ivy wall because there's a stairwell right there. I don't want them to startle you.
Got it.
Or they'll come in the way that we came in. Now, if other tourists, they can walk all the way through. Tours cannot. So as long as you're not with a tour guide, you can walk all the way through it. So just lower your camera when other people are walking through. Nice and simple. That's a rule of thumb. So where the hell are you? You are in Philadelphia Alley. By the way, I don't feel like there's a shit ton of mosquitoes down here. What the hell is she talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like forced friendly banter, maybe?
I don't know. Well, my wife texted me last night. Like, we live out, like, way out. And I live right by a lake. So she took the dogs out last night and texted me, like, hey, I'm getting eaten alive. Like, I'm going back in the house. Just wanted to let you know. Just because it's really bad with mosquitoes tonight. Got home, 5 o'clock last night. This morning, and there's, like, nothing going on. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway. This is Philadelphia Alley, but it used to be called Duelers Alley. This is where some of the duels used to take place. And I say some of the duels because dueling was illegal in the 1700s. This was one of the hiding spots. So everybody tells the same damn story down here. Again, it's a staple, and I was going to take this out of my route, but this guy actually follows me around because we will be near a place of raised emotion for him throughout the entire evening. So just expect things from this particular ghost to start popping through. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. But anyway, so I'll be writing a lot of things down. So here's how the story goes. I'm just going to give you a few extra details because you're ghost hunting, not the Campfire Marshmallow Ghost Tour like what they were just on. Did I say that out loud? I sure as hell did. So, Doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. So the minute we walked in here last night, the young lady using that heard the phrase brown hair. And I just started laughing. I didn't even tell her anything yet. Yeah, he's going to be cool tonight. Anyway, if you hear the song Brown Eyed Girl, not coincidence, we get it all the time. Just putting that out there. So, he moves down here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a lot of money from her dead parents, and she has an attorney helping her out with all of the cash. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after her money. So he tells Amanda, get rid of that doctor. So he moves here to Charleston to prove that he's not after her money. So, sorry. On his way into town, he actually had a coachman that set him up.
Bruh.
Brown bear? I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, I can't
Get
do this shit
the
up.
hell out of
I'm
here.
excited. I'm excited. By the way, I don't always watch the EMF in here because we need it to be pretty high because of the lamppost to make sure it's not coming from that. So if you don't see any of that stuff out. So brown bear, I'm excited about. I would definitely be writing that one down. By the way, did you hear anything else along the way here? That's
No, really. I say something?
Oh, hell.
I said the storm also passes.
The storm also passes. Damn it.
Sorry, I didn't write
It's
it.
okay. I should have asked you as soon
It
as
was
they
like
walked in.
fresh something. The word fresh was really loud.
Okay, so I'll write down the word fresh. The brown bear is definitely cool. I'm taking it up for certain. So anyway, this coachman that set him up to be robbed and killed, somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen to the newcomer because he knew the coachman. They're probably going to be going to a car that's in that lot right there.
Okay.
So the newcomer, or the person walking by, his name was Ralph Isaacs. I say his name slowly because he has the same initials as where the doctor came from. Rhode Island, Ralph Isaacs. We were getting RI on the ear device, so I bought another device. Basically acts like a digital Ouija board. You guys have seen Sam and Colby use it. It's called an Envoy. So it gives us letters when there's an EMF spike. We've gotten the letters RI whenever I brought up Ralph's name about 7 or 8 times in the past year that I've had it. So
Wow.
I didn't bring it with me tonight because it's not always super productive. So that's back at the office. Moving on. Ralph tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy, the coachman. He's going to try to kill you. So why don't you just come with me? We'll go to my friends at 59 Church Street. They'll rent you a room and you'll be safe. Doc took him up on that offer and they became friends. And it worked out pretty well. Doc started his medical practice down here and he's making all kinds of money. Well, Amanda gets wind of this and she's moving down because they're going to be married. He's proven his point that he's not after her money, he's making his own. Dr. Ladd then became known as the Whistling Doctor. This is the reason why I hate the story. It's a giant cliche. Every haunted city you will ever visit and take a ghost tour on, they're always going to tell you about a whistling ghost. Ours just happens to be a doctor. So why are we in Dueler's Alley? That's the twist. Dr. Ladd and Ralph go see plays together, but they can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He gets better seats. So, on their way home from seeing Richard III from Shakespeare, they are arguing over the new actress they just saw. Dr. Ladd thought she was great, Ralph did not. The argument turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiance, Amanda, back home in Rhode Island, and it got really ugly between the two of them, and they go their separate ways. But Ralph left and went to his friends at the newspaper and placed an ad telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of shit. Doc saw this ad and rebutted, let's go to Dueler's Alley, we're going to settle this. By the way, this argument started over in Actress. I just like to point out how stupid shit was back in the 1700s. The two gents came down here back to back. They took their 10 paces away from each other. They turned. Doc points his gun in the air and he shoots. He did not want to kill his friend. Just needed the courage to show up, which is often what happened at a duel. But Ralph still has his one bullet and he puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc didn't die. Let's go ahead and point your finger downwards. Doc didn't die. He fell to the ground. And his friends picked him up and took him home to 59 Church Street. He died 10 days later, November 2nd of 1786, after refusing medical treatment. Two things about that last statement. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds are a lot different back then than what they are now. So, he probably just thought he had lead poisoning. What'd you get?
And then listening again? I had a rare listening a few minutes ago.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be listening for the damn whistles. Get that down here all the
Oh,
time, too.
walking and searching was one thing you heard on the way
It was
here.
walking and find it.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, we'll kind of see what we get. But you also had listening. So, by the way, if we get a disembodied whistle while we're down here, it's going to come up on his camera or my voice recorder. So again, you will get like whistling parts of songs, and then the word doctor immediately after from a commercial. I found that like dozens of times while we've been down here. I'm not searching for it. You already know how I look at the instruments. But anyway, so the doctor obviously died, but every ghost tour tells their guests to listen for those whistles. We don't need to. We got equipment doing that for us. If you're going to try this on your own because you're still here for one more day and you're going to walk all the way through this alley and use your voice recorders on your phones, remember every local knows this damn story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland Street or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down the alley. It's just something we do here. Just like as soon as I mentioned the whistling and he threw out a whistle, same exact thing. Let's talk about how I got kicked out of here. Do you have something going on?
I don't know. Well, the other two spots I've gotten, I haven't been able to tell. Like with that one, that like kind of looks like a
Person crouched down.
yeah. Like I don't know. Things that make you go, huh?
Can you get moved, because that center crosshairs is stable, so can you move the camera to get a readout? What's the temp?
87, well, 88.
Yeah, that's it. We're good on nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I left that center crosshairs on there.
Right, yeah, no, definitely.
And plus the blue dot wasn't going over there because you have a little bit of the sky in there, which I know why, because you're trying to get the angle. But I could see where you would think, like, unless the guy was moving, like, I'd be like, oh, cool. Like, hey, Dr. Ladd, move your left hand, so wave at us.
Right.
You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So let's talk about how I got kicked out of here, and then we'll talk about where we're going next. Now, the alley didn't go all the way through the way we came in. There used to be a wall up there. The reason why is because this is where they kept all the livestock for the city of Charleston. This used to be called Cow Alley before it was Dueler's Alley, so we're going further back. So cows, goats, and chickens are down here, and they started down there and worked their way this way. That means those bricks are older than the ones we're standing on. Those bricks are sun-dried bricks from slave children. So there's a full handprint from a slave child down there, fingerprint swipes, and others. I used to take my groups down there for a history lesson. Nothing paranormal about it. Did you guys just hear something? Yeah. I thought I heard somebody. There she is. How the hell are you?
I'm good, buddy. How about you?
Good. I haven't seen you in a
Even as
minute.
a big group. Well, I know, because most of them have been holding me over.
Mm.
You guys having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Watch out for the ghosts. They're here.
Yeah.
They
Well,
are.
Doc's been following me around lately.
Who?
Doc.
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought I was the only crazy. How do you know it's... I know why I when he comes to me, but how do you know?
He has a code word that my guests don't know. So when they say what that code word is out of their
Then-
devices,
Then you know that he has told you.
yeah.
Uh-huh. He lets me know from the antiseptic smell.
Hmm.
Oh, and it's usually right up and through here, and it's just like that hospital smell, and you're like, okay.
Where, how did that come from?
Yeah,
It's interesting. I
but
don't
it's
think I've
kind of
ever
like
had it down here.
Beauregard up at City Hall. You'll smell cigar smoke.
Well, over there we look for Henry. I get more.
Look for Henry over here.
No,
Really?
we do that blindfold test over there, and
Estes.
right, and I don't tell them what's going on,
Mhm.
so that way when I'm questioning them as if they're Henry, we get those direct answers. But
So what
Doc-
kind of equipment do you got?
Oh, I got. Well, we're working bare minimum tonight because of the
Okay.
size of group.
Yeah.
But we've got spirit box, thermal. We're about to switch over to night vision
Nice
IR.
thermal. Where'd you get your thermal?
That's from FLIR.
Where?
FLIR. It's an
I'm
actual.
pouring it
Where?
right
Yeah.
here.
Really?
Yeah. That's a piece that firemen would use. Like they
Right.
would throw it on their phone.
Because I have a body cam, because you know I'm a paranormal investigator, right?
Very warm.
But I don't have a thermal, and that's rare. You know, when you have thousands of dollars of equipment, you're like, okay, hold on. How much for it? Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. That's why sometimes I throw, but then too, because, you know, running K2 spare boxes and stuff. But
I
then,
don't even bring out the K2 anymore. It's spooky.
yeah.
Like we're using an ohmmeter. Like I got my ohmmeter in my pocket.
Hardcore was
I got
like this
pretty much
one.
every model
What?
of spirit box.
What song was that?
So.
Which song? I don't know. I was not here.
Pro. You seen that?
Yeah, I have one of
The young
those.
lady
But it was a
worked with that
whistle.
thing last night.
What
Actually
was
worked out really well.
Yeah, it is really
Oh, I
fun.
like
Some of
it.
the
Just for them
songs.
to
The beginning of the song is
My
like.
investigating. And of course, obviously, you
It's a
have to
whistle.
By
listen
who?
to our stuff.
What decade?
News.
Oh. Talking like, I got my head out the sand. Yeah. And the word murder.
Murder at the best home. I'm a lead 12, and
Yeah,
I was
12.
we were finishing up, and I told him was telling him what to do,
Mhm.
and my recorder's out. The recorder's always going, and you know, you pick it up. I don't listen to it, and I was like, well, that was just rude.
So
Because yeah, we figured out there was two. Her father, and there's a spare one.
I got a quick question
Go ahead.
before you wander off. So I'm testing out a new space tonight because we had evidence of something come through, like bleed over. Do you know the story of Sally over at St. Philip's?
Well, depends on which one.
It's a parable. It's the one where she put the stake in the ground and she frightened herself to death.
Yeah. Okay.
So last night I'm
You
doing
like that whisper?
That was crazy.
The
doing the
bossy.
Sue Howard Hardy bit because I got kicked out of the Anne Bonny bit by the Powder magazine. We can't go over there anymore.
Why?
I don't know. I got ran off twice
Off the sidewalk?
off the parking lot because normally I have my people spread out. So yeah, they don't want us in there anymore. So they're
Yeah.
monitoring it. So I've been doing Sue Howard Hardy instead. So across the street on the other side, apparently the girl who went to go look for Boney, the guy who saved St. Philip's Church from
Yeah.
burning, she frightened herself to death by putting a stake in the ground. And last night we actually had a disembodied voice come through FM frequency, Sally, plain as day. So
Oh, we start talking to her.
yeah,
Ooh,
so we're
back in on that.
we're going in tonight with my night vision camera and we're gonna see what else we can get.
Sweet. Yeah,
So
I
I don't-
want to know about that because that's I don't know if you know on Facebook, they're called the Lantern. But he does. They do.
I'm sorry, guys.
No,
You
you're
get
good.
ghost people go
I
together.
know.
But you, he does like a lot. Like a couple of his stories, I'm like, dude, you did not dig far enough back. You're just using what's up front. And guess what? I want to tell them that, but who am I to say
You know
that
what
you're
other
good?
story I'm doing that nobody else is doing? Mary Ravenel.
215?
Do you know that one?
215. You got 12 and 215.
No, Annabelle's the only one I do.
Mary Ravenel.
Was she
Whistle,
the one?
murder, whistle, 12,
Wait, let me think
215.
about it.
Thank God, it's not that long ago.
I said whistle, murder, whistle, 12, 215.
It was like back in the 40s, wasn't it?
1933.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
Damn it. No, I can't think about it.
We're doing live EVP sessions over there. I have a Zoom recorder where I put a set of headphones on these guys.
You guys are gonna have so much fun.
Oh yeah, this is what I do every night, dear.
I know.
So, but yeah, I added that one in.
Let me
'cause
have
nobody
your
else is doing-
card, because you know what?
I don't have one. You got a phone?
Yes,
That's my business card right there. What kind of phone do you have?
oh, you know, an Android.
Oh, perfect. Then all you gotta do is put your phone right on the top
Either
of that.
maturity or
Just on
security.
top of
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
How old is that phone? Should be-
Well, like last year. Do I have to be on anything specific?
No, it should just be on.
Yeah.
So Jenna, on the back of your spirit box, Jenna,
Sorry, are you having fun?
Jenna, on the back
Sorry,
of your
what's
spirit box, can you flip your spirit box over for that giant sticker so she can scan it?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, so I can scan it? I was
Yeah.
just going to take a picture
That's
of
what
it.
you want. You want your camera out.
Oh, okay.
So now all you gotta do is tap that
Okay.
and hit save to phone. Done. It gives you all my socials, email, website,
Okay.
all of that stuff. There was a button right there in the middle. You missed it.
Oh, damn.
It's right here.
It's technology, okay?
Save contact. There you go.
Okay.
Done. I don't
No, because I get team members that come down.
Yeah.
And I've told them about you,
Yeah.
but no, I can't remember. I'm
Nick.
like, I knew that part.
Well, I don't remember yours. It's okay.
I'm Joe.
Joe.
But I couldn't remember what kind. And they're like, well, you know, they're like, we can't just look up. Well, yeah.
Look up ghost hunting in Charleston, and I'm the first thing that pops up.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess we probably don't think about that because, you know, we're ghost hunters. But they come down and they're like, you know, what other tours you go? Because, you know, I finally did the dungeon last year and caught a shadow person. So, you know, it's good. All right, kids, I'm going to let you go. Go catch your ghosties.
We got this.
Just remember, play nice with them, please, and thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I've already given
Always-
them that this fight.
Yeah, I
haven't
know.
Yeah.
Just politeness because somebody had to die for you to have a ghost.
So as soon
Thank
as
you,
she
darling.
said, "How do you know it's the doctor?" She heard whistling.
Like it was the beginning of a song that I was listening.
Then you said you heard the word murder.
I really think I did, but I'm not like 100%.
Then she heard whistling again.
Son of a bitch, you guys are getting extra stories out of me tonight. I'm getting bleed over. So last night, one of the other things that came up with brown hair as we walked in, another person, they were using this, and the word sister showed up.
Okay.
So I got excited about sister. Dr. Ladd was a writer. His sister, after he died, he wrote poetry. She published all of his work after he died. Her name was Elizabeth. Bingo.
How about that? Photograph. That was us.
No. Photograph
I
is
know.
actually relevant to the story I would normally tell you at the next location. But we're skipping that one. I might have to go over it when we're talking about our little Sally story across the street, even though you have a good portion of it right now. I know, right?
That's the Polaroid.
Yeah.
Why did it come out black?
Just because it's probably just not bright enough at all.
Oh no, that's plenty bright.
Well,
That is kind of weird that it didn't pick up those other
Yeah,
lights.
that is true. Because yeah.
Like my daughter and I have toyed around with it. Like we wasted a lot of film seeing what it would pick up. My wife, her first set of degrees were in photography and graphic design. So we were playing with the camera and she was teaching us about it. So, I don't know. Very weird. But normally the story that I would tell you next, that I got kicked out of next, was the Anne Bonny story. So we would normally go near a building that she would recognize. It's a pirate story. But the whole point of what I was about to tell you, which I'm kind of very short skim it, is because going all the way through here, I got kicked out from the people at the end of the aisle. They live there. My team stopped, like waiting for something to happen, and nothing's going to happen because that's the last place you're going to find that kid with the handprint. So in essence, I don't go down there all the way anymore because this is as far as we're allowed to go. We can go down halfway. That's it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing at the next location. We're going to be skipping that story too. At least I'll give you a brief synopsis of it if something else pops up. But it does deal with a photograph. It might be relevant to what you guys got going on.
We did also, when you said you got 12
I got
215.
12 and then 215. Sure.
And
They're both
then-
very loud.
And then you said
Really
either
stuck out.
maturity or security.
I'm not sure which.
One of the two.
Kind of blurry.
12, 215. What was the other phrase that you guys said you heard when you said, how do you know? It was the whistling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
whistling.
it was the
And
beginning of the
Whistling
s-
happened twice.
Okay. What was after that? Do you remember?
Potentially murder.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. Like, I think it was that, but it was something.
Technically, being
it
shot
was-
the way he was wasn't technically murder.
Right.
Right, so, yeah, I don't know.
But it's a gray area.
It
to
is.
say
It's very
the
gray.
least.
I could kind of see where they're going. It's almost like what color is a big red barn, and you get blood.
Right, right.
So kind of mentality. So yeah, we're gonna get up around the corner. We're gonna swap out cameras, and we're gonna go talk about this other weird story that nobody else talks about anymore because it's a parable. I'll kind of explain a lot more about why it's a parable when we get up and around the corner. So continue listening in, and we'll just have a little chit chat. It's so weird that she like stopped and like had this big powwow. Because she literally like this is her way home, I guess.
Oh.
So she always walks by my parents and says, "How's that happening with the ghosties?" I did not know that she was an investigator. I just knew that she was kind of the pirate lady that walked around town.
Yeah.
So she always said hello and, you know, have a good time with him, guys. You know, he knows what he's doing. You know.
2121. That was really low.
Dr. Ladd died at the age of 22, not 21.
Ha.
So close, but no cigar.
But still, 12 was a 1 2.
Oh.
215, 215.
And then 21. 21, 21.
Wow. It's a lot of 21.
2 1.
A lot of 1 2s, 1 2s.
Yeah.
It's because they had to take 2 steps.
10 steps.
Well, they had to take 10 steps.
Yeah,
First,
two
you
to
must
get
take 2.
10, right? All these tourists are going right down that alley. She goes, by the way, that's the picture I was telling you guys.
Oh.
Hey, because there's no
Healing everywhere was just really loud.
You said feeling everywhere?
Healing.
Oh.
You made it out alive. The mosquitoes didn't carry you away.
No.
It must have been.
It was something near that, because I swear I was asking like another guy who makes a good story.
I'm usually not this friendly with tour guides because I don't like to lose some of this tour guide. In the spot where I think we're going to need to be for this.
Okay.
So we're going to swap out cameras here while we wait for them to move. So kind of give you the gist of the story while we're here too. Get everything. Oh, it's a good table. This is great. Sorry, I don't come over here very often. I think this is only the second time I've ever told this story, but I feel like I kind of have to tell this story now based on what we got last night.
Oh, shoot, it's still rolling.
It's okay.